Hi everyone, hope you're having a fantastic day. I'm Paul from Canadian Woodworks and Legacy Lumber, and today we're going to be sawmilling dimensional lumber on our Woodmizer. So let's make some sawdust. All right, here we are. We're at the Woodmizer sawmill. This is a bandsaw sawmill that we typically use to cut our smaller logs live edge, as well as dimensional lumber, which is straight edge lumber. We have a nice order for our Shou Sugi Ban siding. That's the Japanese style burnt wood, and then we brush it, shiplap it, do all sorts of cool stuff. Anyways, it's a beautiful looking siding, and we need to also produce some casing. I'm assuming to go around some windows and doors. So we don't stock that size of material. Today we're cutting 4/4, which is 1 inch, and 8 1/4 inch wide material, about 8 foot long. And for the customer to have a bit of extra, we need 45 pieces like that. So we've kind of put a bunch of larch logs. That's the species we're using. It's called larch or oh my God, get that on camera. Look at this.
Yeah. Don't want her to take off.
I know. Can you zoom in at all? Well, the mom was feeding the birds, so it's pretty cute. So hopefully you caught that. We're gonna cut some material. We got the mini excavator here. We're gonna do some measuring on the logs. Might have to cut some to certain lengths. And then we'll drop the logs on the sawmill, basically flip up the clamp her down, drive the excavator back, tension the blade, and we're gonna make some sawdust. Sweet, let's do it. All right, if you didn't already know, fresh cut larch smells insane. It has so much sap inside it, you'll probably actually see it oozing out of the wood later on in the video. We have the log on the sawmill, we got the clamp is in tight, our fences are fully up, and what's nice about having the fence fully up is we can use it as a guide to know where to make our first cut, because the top of the fence is at 11 inches. Why do I know that? Is so later on while we're sawmilling, we don't cut into our own fence. So that's always a mental number that a sawmiller running this sawmill needs to know, 11 inches high. So we can gauge the cut. Right away I can look, I'm gonna probably cut about an inch above, 1.5 above this fence. So I know my first cut is gonna be about 12 and a half inches. Then from there, that'll be our first waste cut. Chances are, if I'm happy with that cut, I'll be rolling the log. The sawn face will get turned with the hydraulic log turner to be parallel to these upright fences. That way when we make our next cut, we're gonna have a perfect 90-degree between the two. So let's just get on with that. I'll stop talking. You guys wanna see some sawmilling? Hopefully Andy put the B-roll over all of this. All right, we're all tensioned up. We're gonna engage the motor and we're gonna set up for our first cut. Boo! Make some sawdust. Oh, there we go, see? There it is. Now the fence can come down fully. So I don't need these uprights anymore. There's little nubs at the bottom. That's away. And also with my clamp, come over here and I can make it to a small mode now. So we can cut as low as 4/4 lumber and we won't hit our clamp and we won't hit any fences. All right, so from our first 2 cuts taken off, I'm now going to make one width to be our final width, which is 8 1/4. And I'm good to go. I'm gonna set it at 8 1/4 and make this cut. We're gonna flip it up, then we'll be using the 4/4 scale to create the thickness that we need. 8 1/4 right there. Speed control, engage. Oh, beautiful. Normally too though, if you look at this, I probably could have got a board out of this thickness, what I need, but this log's been sitting around for a while and we can see the very outside of the wood. There is a good inch in there that's kind of gone gray and a bit soft, and I don't want to get any of that material in the siding product, so I'm taking a little bit heavier of a jacket cut than I would normally. So now it's actually easy to turn by hand. I can just slide the cant out like this. That way we're not getting any marks from the log turner or cant hook. Let's give it a little bit of a turn. Want to make sure there's no bark or no nothing underneath the rail. Now I'm going to go to my 4/4 scale. I'm just going to go to one of the 4/4. I'm going to look at, there we are right here. See on this scale now. Lines up with this line. Now we're going to look at the cant and see how we are. Now you can probably make a cut there, but it's going to be kind of gross wood. So I'm going to take another one in. Again, it's because this log's been sitting around for a while. So I go down to the next 4/4, and that's going to be our first cut. Come on, baby. There we go. Here we go. So the old wood guy here made a mistake. This is pine. Anyone wants a 1x8 pine? Let me know. All right, we're gonna get asked this. How long does it take to cut one of these logs up? All right, it is 1:13. Got it?
Yeah.
1:13. Let's cut this log. I'm not stopping for any YouTube talent shots. So there we go. We got 4 boards here, and we got 1, 2, 3 boards there. 4 plus 3 is 7, and we need to produce about 45 pieces. And that took me 15 minutes. So it should take me maximum 2 hours to sawmill this order. So I'm gonna keep hammering down and sawing, and he's gonna start editing this video for you guys. So this is what I like to do. I'll put my outside board on first. Especially when cutting dimensional, because you know exactly where your outside's going to be. You can even start with the next one before I try to place it down there. Because if you notice, our stickering rack has C-channel on this side. So this side is great. This is all held in here. So that side's not. So if you were to put your board on here first, it's going to jiggle these stickers, and those ends do not stay lined up. So you actually want to load this end first, work your way backwards. Phone call. All right, sweet, there we go, lunchtime. Well, that pine log certainly fooled me. I thought it was larch almost until the end of cutting it. Then I realized it's pine. I think maybe I should just quit this job. I'm just kidding, we're fine. We got all the larch sawmilled. Troy has been at it super quick, so you'll be able to follow along the entire process of what we just sawmilled. We're gonna vacuum dry it, and it's gonna be part of a Shou Sugi Ban siding order that we just got. So about the end of next week, 1 week from now, if you're watching this in real time, the wood will be dry out of the vacuum kiln, which is pretty exciting. Then we'll be burning it, brushing it, shiplapping it, and hopefully we'll even follow up and see what the customer does with this lumber. As always, thanks for watching. We did have a little bit of a different one this time, cutting straight edge lumber. I feel like we're gonna be on the big monster sawmill next week. Let us know in the comments below. Do you wanna see a big monster log get sawmilled on the big monster sawmill next week? I hope you do. All right, I'm done. Have a good one, everyone.